We are Siouxland Proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for this special digital newscast here on SiouxlandProud.com and the KCAU 9 Facebook page. I'm Hannah Adamson. We begin tonight with the shocking news out of Bishop Heelan that a graduate from the class of 2020 has died after being hit by a semi. That's our top story tonight at 6. According to Cedar Falls Public Safety, crews were dispatched to westbound Highway 20 under Hudson Road Friday due to a report of a pedestrian being hit by a semi. The pedestrian, now identified as Heelan graduate Isaac Rarig, was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Bishop Heelan Catholic High School posting a statement on their Facebook page, which reads in part, quote, "Please keep the entire Rarig family in your prayers as well as our Bishop Heelan community. This is the second member of the class of 2020 to die in less than 4 months. The incident is still under investigation." One of 2 prisoners who recently escaped from the Sac County jail remains at large tonight. Sac City police tell us Joseph Sly and Sean Fryer overpowered a jailer and fled on foot Friday. Less than 24 hours later, an off-duty officer spotted Sly in Sac City around 7:30 this morning, taking him into custody without incident. Authorities say Fryer has not yet been found and is still considered dangerous. Anyone who may know of Fryer's whereabouts or comes into contact with him should call 911 immediately. President Trump is heading to the Hawkeye State next week, and he'll host a rally at the Des Moines International Airport next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Doors will open at 3 that afternoon. The campaign has not specified exactly where on the airport property it will take place. All attendees will be required to wear masks and have their temperatures checked at the door. You can register for the event online at the campaign's website. A little over a week after her previous visit, Senator Joni Ernst held a modified version of her yearly Ride and Roast fundraiser beginning right here in Sioux City. Instead of a large gathering filled with supporters, food, and fellowship, the group opted for a 2-day motorcycle ride across the state, giving the senator opportunities to speak with voters at 6 stops along the way.
We've got so many great supporters out there, and that level of energy and enthusiasm, that's what's going to carry me through the day. You know, I know that we are going to win this race, and it's not going to be done by Zoom. It's going to be done by getting out and interacting with people.
And in a rather unusual form of protest, a 5-foot-tall inflatable pig belonging to the Iowa Democratic Party will follow the senator as she goes on her ride. The party says they're doing so because the senator needs to be held accountable.
So Washington Wilbur, the pig, is really a road show, and he's following Senator Ernst around because no matter how much she tries to escape her record, her record is following her around, and that's why voters are holding her accountable this election.
The senator will be making her way to Des Moines this evening. All proceeds from the ride will go to the Puppy Jake Foundation and Derecho Relief. And more difficulties for Iowa farmers. A new USDA report suggests Iowa's crop loss from that devastating derecho may have been worse than previously estimated. The report shows Iowa farmers will be unable to harvest about 850,000 acres of crops. That's a 50% increase from the 550,000 acres of crop loss estimated last month. The Des Moines Register reported the findings on Friday. Secretary of Agriculture Mike Naig told the paper he expects the number of crops lost will rise even higher as growers move deeper into the harvest. The Woodbury County Democrats held a memorial in Grandview Park for the over 1,000 Iowans that have lost their lives to COVID-19. Each flag representing a loved one lost. Members say they serve as a reminder we all still need to fight to keep each other safe.
We should not have let one person die. One person was too many. And to see this many flags, it really makes you take a moment and pause and consider that each one of those is a life.
Siouxland District Health has confirmed 85 new cases in Woodbury County tonight. 78 people have lost their lives in the county due to the virus. Taking a look at statewide COVID numbers now, Iowa reporting 1,325 new cases and 21 new deaths today. There are also 1,085 new cases in Nebraska and 5 new deaths, bringing the state's death toll to 519. Meanwhile, South Dakota reporting 690 new cases and 9 new deaths. To see the latest numbers in your area, check out the coronavirus section under the Health tab right here on SiouxlandProud.com or the KCAU 9 News app right now. Cleanup efforts are underway in Louisiana tonight in the wake of Hurricane Delta. The storm made landfall as a Category 2 hurricane and was the second one to hit the area in just 6 weeks. The storm set back the recovery in Lake Charles and Waterfront City, where virtually every home was already damaged from Hurricane Laura. Hundreds of thousands of people are now once again without power.
Tens of thousands of Louisianans, as we speak, are in a very difficult situation. And we're going to do everything we can.
Officials say cleanup work could now take weeks, and although diminished, what's left of Hurricane Delta is now threatening parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. Checking back in with meteorologist Victor Perez. Victor, certainly no hurricane-like weather. In fact, it's pretty much the exact opposite here in Siouxland.
No, we're seeing some calm winds out there, though that isn't going to remain in the area for much longer. We're going to start to see those winds pick up tomorrow, but right now it's been a beautiful day out there. A gorgeous sight it is. We can see out here from the KCAU-9 studio camera. This view brought to you by the Port Neal Welding Company. You can see those trees aren't really moving that much, and it's looking like a gorgeous day out in Siouxland region right now. You can see temperatures here in Sioux City are hovering in the mid-70s for the most part, but they're starting to drop off already. 72 degrees with a southeast wind at 9 miles per hour, the humidity at 35% and a dew point at 43 degrees. As you look at the Siouxland region, temperatures are hovering in the 70s, and you can see that as we look throughout most of Siouxland, dropping off a little bit. We can see 76 degrees in Wayne and then Yankton at 73. While the rest of Siouxland is hovering above 70 degrees, though in the northeast, you can see temperatures are beginning to cool off a little bit already. Orange City at 72. As you look to our northeast, Estherville at 65. They only reached 68 today, so not that warm. 70 in Storm Lake, and a pocket of 70 degrees over in the southeast. Denison, Carroll, and Audubon all at 73 degrees. Relative humidity values are raising a bit of a concern. As you can see, for the most part, under 40%. I know no red flag warnings were issued in the Siouxland region today, but areas of Nebraska over in the west definitely saw some red flag warnings being issued. Thankfully, we can have calmer winds. You can see for the most part, under 10 miles per hour, generally flowing from the northeast, and shifting a little bit to become a little bit more southern the further south you go. That wind will continue to shift, and by the evening, we should be seeing east winds. As we look at the satellite radar, you can see mostly clear skies, but you folks know that. It's been a gorgeous day out there, but that's not going to stay in the mix too much longer. As we look at the convective outlook by the National Weather Service, you can see tomorrow most of the Siouxland region is encompassed in an area for a slight severe thunderstorm chances. What that means is our bigger concern for tomorrow are scattered thunderstorms that will be moving through the area with a cold front. You'll be seeing it here on the Stormcast. As you look at tonight, though, we're going to have mostly calm weather. You can see clear skies persisting. A little bit of clouds are beginning to form over to the west, but here in Siouxland, we're going to start to see more clouds after midnight. As you look at around 3 in the morning, you can see clouds are beginning to develop in the south and north. You can see the area that we're really going to keep an eye on is over in the northwest, over by the South and the North Dakota borders. And then you can see that some rain is starting to form here in Siouxland. We're going to have a lot of cloudy skies tomorrow. In the morning, that clears up a little bit. We're going to start to see a little bit of sunshine, but then look, there's what I was talking about. A little bit of rain is tracking further, and you start to see it really form as a band of cold front. And we see a band of clouds begin to develop. Here around 4 in the afternoon, we're going to start to see those showers begin to enter the Siouxland region. You can see them slowly tracking, but they move through rather quickly. You can see those showers are continuing to move through, and then by the evening, we should be seeing mostly dry skies, dry weather after midnight. But overall, other areas of Iowa will be getting a little bit more rain here in Sioux City. We're looking at a lot of sunshine afterwards. Tonight's overnight low, 53 degrees, mostly clear weather with a wind from the east around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but that doesn't last too much longer. As we see those winds picking up from the southeast tomorrow, we're going to see 10 to 20 miles per hour, possibly gusting up to 30 or over. 84 degrees the forecast high, and then we start to look at the 9-on-9 forecast here. We're going to see that rain is going to make an appearance tomorrow afternoon. 60% chance of rain, but it's looking more likely with that cold front, how you saw it moving through the area really. With 20% for lingering showers on Monday, as you saw after midnight, they do linger a little bit, but not too much longer. Our bigger concern is look at those cooler temperatures after that. We're going to start to see lower 70s and some upper 60s, and then as we look at the week ahead, looking like much cooler weather after the midweek period, possibly reaching into the frost area by next work week. It's finally going to start to cool down in Siouxland. Back to you, Hannah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Victor. Well, that's all for this special digital newscast here on SiouxlandProud.com and our Facebook page. We hope you'll join us tonight at 10 for the latest in local news, weather, and sports. Until then, have a great rest of your Saturday. I'm Hannah Adamson. Good night.